One of the 4 types of mentoring is reverse mentoring, but another type of mentoring is going to be your peer mentoring. Another type of mentoring is definitely your group mentoring. And then the last type of mentoring is going to be your team mentoring. Hey y'all, this is Tamika, the face behind Heyyy HR, and I am so excited to tell you about the different types of mentoring. This month is National Mentoring Month, and I don't want us to get all caught up in just grabbing mentoring, not realizing if this is the mentoring I need, why does this one look a little bit different? If you want to know the top 4 types of mentoring, then definitely keep watching. So your number one way, or I won't even say number one, but one of the 4 types of mentoring is reverse mentoring. This is where both persons, it could be 2 professionals, it could be 2 employees, it could be 2 leaders, they're learning from each other. It's an exchange of information. So it's a little reverse, right? Because you always expect to have a mentor and that person teaches you. This time you guys are teaching each other. You're definitely focused on knowledge sharing and relationship building. It's looking for an opportunity that not just one person can grow, but both people can grow. So that's your reverse mentoring. I have never really taken any of those as like a formal type. There are formal types that you can do, but personally, every time I've done reverse mentoring is normally one that I initiate. There normally are pretty casual relationships, and most times for me when I've done reverse mentoring, it's because maybe I had a coworker and we're working on a project together and I feel like they know this area really well and I know that area really well. And so they'll help me in that type of mentoring where we're mentoring each other. But another type of mentoring is going to be your peer mentoring. So your peer mentoring is someone, mainly your coworker, that holds a similar level of responsibility as you do. You guys are both on the same hierarchy, right? In this case, when I've done this before, it's because, and this one was a longer relationship. It was one that I created, but it was one where we changed an employee into being our data analyst, right? And I started seeing the material that she was spitting out for other departments. So I started getting her to take HR data and then make it into visuals for me so that other folks can learn what we were doing in HR, particularly for recruiting. So I use this to lead my manager meetings and I use this to lead like town halls. And it was awesome because I can hone in on the data. She primarily used Power BI. And so it really helped me give like a big picture and then shrink it down, shrink it down, shrink it down. And people could understand how we got to the big picture. And so that was awesome for me because at the same time that she was teaching me Power BI, she was teaching me how to pull that data. She was teaching me what data I needed. She was teaching me what I could still show out that I didn't realize I can show out. I was also teaching her the nitty gritty of primarily recruitment. So it was definitely an opportunity of peer mentoring. Sometimes we get together and we think like we're just working together. We're just collaborating. No, if you're sharing knowledge, then you're definitely mentoring each other. So another type of mentoring is definitely your group mentoring. This is where you may have a mentor and they have a group of mentees and they're all trying to share information there. It could kind of vary a little bit because most times it's like 3 employees and 1 mentor. Sometimes you may have that mentor decide to bring in like subject matter experts too, right, into that mentoring group. But they share knowledge with each other. And I personally did this on more of a silent level when I chose some of my mentees to join a focus group that I created. So I created a short-term focus group and I wanted them to learn from me, but I felt like they all had great experience and knowledge in different areas. And so they really learned from each other as well. You can probably see this on your job too, where you have someone a little bit more seniored, if they're in your department or not, and then you have people that learn from that person. Most times it's for a short period of time. Sometimes it could be for a long period of time. And then the last type of mentoring is going to be your team mentoring. So this is where you have a group of mentors and a group of mentees and they get together and they're focused on learning together. They're really focused primarily on like one area of expertise, one project, one goal, one objective. Sometimes it's like objectives over time. Maybe they have a goal they want to complete in that year. And so you'll see those opportunities too. So there are different types of mentoring. You have to know where you are in your career, what you're looking for to decide what it is that you need in that moment. You can do multiple types of mentoring at one time. I personally am somebody that does multiple types of mentoring. Not only do I give mentoring, but I still get mentored. So not only do I have an HR career mentor like that kind of guides me through my career, somebody I can feed some thoughts to, but I also have a personal mentor, right? So someone that I can call, kind of like a life coach that I call when I just need to like talk through some thoughts. I also have an investment mentor. He was started as my realtor. He probably doesn't even realize he's my mentor. You can have relationships where people don't know they're your mentors. It doesn't have to be formal, guys. But every time I think about doing a big investment, I think about what I want to do long term to like grow funds or grow my financial portfolio, I reach out to him. And then I also have a business coach. That business coach is also my business mentor. Crazy thing is I don't have one business coach. I have a business coach that tells me about overall business. I have one that tells me about particularly marketing. And then I have another that kind of hones me in on what I'm doing with my business and getting to my goals. It's so crazy because it sounds overwhelming, but when you sit back and you're like, how does Tamika get so much done? That's why. I ain't doing it all by myself. I do the nitty gritty, the hard work by myself. But the thinking, the thought muscles to keep me going, I really use a lot of inputs. Y'all, how can I talk to these people all the time? I can't. So these are people that I call when I need them, that call me when they need me. The only ones that I focus on a regular basis are Heyyy HR mentees that may hone into me. Unfortunately, this is why these folks only get 30 to 60 days to work with me, because I'm stretched with multiple people. I want to make sure I'm giving you a catered approach. So definitely think through what type of mentor you need and focus in on that and go for it. It's always great to have mentors as your personal resource. Just figure out which one you need. Now, my absolute next video that I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you the type of mentors. But please hit the bell, subscribe, because now we're about to talk about the type of mentors. The different things, child. And I'm about to give you some clarity for National Mentoring Month. If you found any value in this video, do me a favor. Please hit the like button. I cannot wait to see you on the next video.